All right, I think we are officially live.
Oh, wait,
Hello?
I have the theme song.
We can kind of hear it. Hey, everyone. Thanks for coming out to a very earnest reading of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Woo! This is a very real episode, exactly like it happened on television.
Yeah, we're Paula and I are the co-hosts of Being Earnest.
Hi.
We are a podcast that you can find anywhere where you might find podcasts. And we thought it might be a good idea to bring in some of our friends to talk about maybe the most earnest TV show ever created, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, starring Guy Fieri. And so wanted to kind of spice up your Thursday evening with a little tasty reading.
Tasty reading. What a gross phase. We're also raising money tonight for the Chicago Food Bank. So there's no pressure to Venmo, but if you would like to send a couple bucks over, I made a little sign out of construction paper I found, and we are at Being-Earnest. I think we're already up to, Josh, what is the total?
The total right now is from a bunch of people, it's $440.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It's $100.
Yeah, that was our goal. So we are 4x our goal. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't still give if you're in a position to give. We know times are tough right now, but the Greater Chicago Food Depository is doing some really, really, really amazing work in this pandemic. There's, unemployment is at, I think, an all-time high. It is definitely a situation where more people are needing to rely on places like food banks. And so even just $1 goes a long way towards feeding folks who might otherwise not be able to find fresh food to be able to feed their families. So
on that note, let's read the episode.
Yeah.
I'll go around and maybe introduce ourselves really fast to our wonderful cast. As Josh mentioned, I'm Paula. I'm one of the co-hosts of Being Earnest. Ryan, looks like you're next on my screen.
Hi, I'm Ryan Burkett.
I don't know what order everyone is seeing everyone.
You're next on my.
Great, I'll go next. I'm Chris Coffin. With Ryan, we host the music video podcast.
Wonderful. Jared, I have you next.
I'm Jared. I don't host a podcast yet.
Oh.
No,
Okay, that's great. Deanna?
My name is Deanna Ortiz, and I have a podcast called Crushes.
Wonderful. And then Sydnee.
I'm Sydnee, and I'll be reading for Duff, and I have a podcast called The Unofficial Expert on Forever Dog.
Yay!
Yay.
Cool. Well, without further ado, if everyone has their drinks and I hope a incredibly disgusting sandwich at your side.
That is the full-on theme of this episode.
Yes.
Like, take the grossest looking food you've ever seen, knock that out the window because it's gonna get worse.
Perfect. Are we ready to get started? I see, Ryan, you've got props
Yes,
already.
I believe so.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's kick it off. All right. Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Episode title, Big Bites. The description of the episode is, in this trip, Guy Fieri lives large and digs into Cincinnati chili, stacked burgers from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and a behemoth breakfast in Springfield, Illinois. Then Duff Goldman joins him to tackle a skyscraper sandwich in Baltimore. And folks at home, we will be changing our Zoom names to the characters. We'll be switching parts every restaurant. There are 3 restaurants. So let's dig right in. Food Network opening song.
Oh, I should have played it then. Dun, 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 dun.
We all know it. We all know it. It's the national anthem. Guy Guy Fieri is driving in his convertible down a typical American street.
Hey, I'm Guy Fieri, and you know what I need? I need you riding shotgun. I'm on my way to Flavortown. This is diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Shot of grilling steak.
This trip, we're living large.
Shot of Guy touching pan and yelling. Shot of pasta with chili on it.
And going supersized.
Shot of Guy standing next to some pizza dough.
What's bigger, this cake or my head?
Shot of Guy staring at chili.
We've got piled up in Cincinnati chili. This just went from ridiculous to crazy.
Shot of burger that's really big.
And Michigan's burger, packed to the max.
Shot of sauce being poured on breakfast.
And big time breakfast near Chicago.
Shot of someone's gloved hands rubbing meat.
A Baltimore beef joint.
Shot of a lot of beef. Shot of Guy staring incredulously at a sandwich stuffed with meat.
Is there anything wrong with this picture?
Shot of Duff from Ace of Cakes eating a huge sandwich.
Where I'm making my boy Duff a skyscraper sandwich.
Duff takes a bite from a really big sandwich. Shot of Guy driving down the street again in his red car.
It's all happening now on Triple D.
Intro plays.
Dun, 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 dun.
Perfect. Guy gets out of his red convertible in Baltimore. The top is down, even though it's raining lightly.
In Triple D, when we hit a historic place like Baltimore, well, we gotta get in the inside track from a buddy who lives here. So, regardless of the weather, we're here at Charm City Cakes to talk to cake bad boy Duff Goldman and find one of his favorite joints.
Interior. Interior, Charm City Cakes. Duff sits at a metal table in front of some cake batter. He's wearing a backwards baseball cap. His goatee is similar to Guy's. Guy walks in.
We're calling the cops.
The two do an elaborate high five / handshake / hug move. They're old friends.
How's it going?
So you open this bakery, you've been doing this thing here, but you really come from a culinary background, not just a background of making amazing cakes.
I've been cooking for almost 20 years.
I come to Baltimore. What's the iconic Baltimore food?
Locals know you gotta get big beef.
Where do I get it?
Probably chaps.
Chaps?
Let's do it.
Guy and Duff walk outside. Duff spots Guy's convertible. The top is now up.
Oh, sweet, let me drive.
Seriously?
Yeah, let me drive.
Nope.
Guy gets into the driver's seat. Duff gets into the passenger seat.
Voiceover. But when we get there, I'll be sure to make Duff a Fieri-style mile-high masterpiece.
The convertible is now outside of Chaps. Guy and Duff get out of the convertible.
This is chaps.
Well, look at that.
Interior Chaps. Guy stands, talking to a Chaps employee.
If you come to Baltimore, this is what you better see.
Shot of meat being cooked.
Get the grilled meat. You're not going to get it anywhere else.
Guy sits with patron number 2.
It just falls apart, right?
Patron number 2 picks up her meat. It falls apart.
Yeah.
Shot of more meat being really thinly sliced.
You gotta slice it like this to pile it high.
Shot of meat cooking on a grill again.
It all started 20 years ago when Bob and Donna Gregor got married.
Shot of Bob and Donna Gregor talking.
You know, as a wedding gift, my father bought us a little shack.
For lawn tools?
Well, he said since my husband loved to cook, we should put a beef stand outside of his nightclub.
Shot of more meat cooking. Shot of meat being put in a sandwich.
We started with just a grill, an exhaust system, and a cash register.
And they learned real quick.
Quick shot of patrons smiling and holding their sandwiches.
That then they had to add on a dining room.
Shot of patron number 2 again.
Is this the best pit meat in Baltimore?
Yeah.
Shot of meat. Shot of more meat.
This is the bottom round. We put about 6 of these on the start of the day, just straight on the grill, like 600 degrees.
Guy turns to Duff.
Hey, Baker boy, what do you think?
Oh, sounds right. Sounds about right.
Guy holds his hand out over the grill.
Where'd your bling go, buddy? What bling? Oh, can I get 1 part medium well and 1 part well done?
Here, you can get it however you want.
Shot of patron ordering. Shot of people being handed sandwiches. They are smiling.
You start it rare, you cut it,
Shot of meat being cut.
Look at that.
and then you throw it over there on the slicer.
Shot of Bob cutting meat.
You can do it. Keep going.
Guy holds up a piece of meat.
Look at that. All right, this is like tag team meat slicing. Hey, look over there.
Bob looks, and Guy secretly grabs a piece of meat and hands it to Duff.
Yum. Now, what do you like to put on these?
Shot of sandwich being made.
Onions, a little salt and pepper, maybe some horseradish.
A little char to it, but I gotta say, the white onion, the salt and pepper, a great roll, not too much bread. I hate it when you've got too much bread, right?
Welcome to Baltimore.
It's moist and tender.
I'd give it way past a 10.
I like their turkey. I like their sausage too.
Shot of a man cooking meat.
What do you got for me, meat wizard? Oh, yep. They're even grilling the corned beef for a killer combos any way you want them.
Shot of corned beef being grilled into killer combos any way you want them.
Large and extra large. I think we should have it every way you can possibly make it.
My favorite is the bulldog. A couple of slices of cheese, and we put the sausage on, put the beef on.
Guy demonstrates how to eat a sandwich to Duff.
Put your hands under it like this.
Guy puts his hands under the sandwich.
I'll do it with my mouse. Put your shoulders like this.
Guy puts out his shoulders.
Protect yourself when you're at the counter.
Guy takes a bite of the sandwich.
Oh,
Mouth is still full.
thank you. But man, that little sausage kicker.
Shot of a big sandwich.
Now this one is beef, ham, and corned beef.
Guy holds up the big sandwich to his friend, Duff.
Is there anything wrong with this picture? Nope. There's not.
Guy and Duff take a bite. Duff smiles and nods.
The bread won't even wrap around. That is so much flavor. Sweetness of the ham, briny, pickly spice of the corned beef, and a nice smoky flavor from the pig.
Now this is engineering right here. Good mouth feel.
Good mouthfeel. So, you want a bite of this, right, camera?
Shot of patron number 1 eating.
This is great, man.
I need a barbecue chicken for Colin.
This is the best smoky flavor in the whole town.
These great combos. Now, can I custom build my own combo for my boy Duff?
Absolutely. Start with the beef.
Shot of Guy holding a sandwich for his friend Duff.
Some jalapenos, horseradish. Now put the ham in there. Nacho cheese sauce. More beef, onions, relish. Come here, Duff.
Guy removes a pot from the top of the sandwich to reveal a huge sandwich.
Look at that cascading joy. There you go. There's a champion. Let's cut it.
No, don't. If you cut it, it's going to explode.
They cut the sandwich. Duff eats the sandwich.
Look at the bite out of him.
Guy takes a bite of the sandwich and stares at the camera, his face covered in sauce.
I think I just became a vegan.
Bob takes a bite of the sandwich as Duff and Guy clap.
Oh, he goes in for another one.
There's something on your face.
Guy's face is still covered in sandwich.
Is there anything right here?
Guy points at his face.
You know what? It's fine.
Bob, Duff, and Guy laugh very hard.
Coming up, a funky diner in Springfield, Illinois,
Shot of a funky diner in Springfield, Illinois.
where a side of pancakes and a regional favorite is more than a plateful.
Shot of a huge plate of breakfast food. And end of restaurant number 1.
Wow.
Wow, what a journey. We're all gonna
beautiful.
change our...
I can't believe people brought props. I'm just gonna have to use what I have around me.
Yeah, I'm so bad.
No, I
No props. No props.
Okay. I have a pillow, so that'll be here.
nice, very nice.
All right,
I love it.
I have updated my name. Is everyone's name
Mhm.
updated?
Yes. Should we go over who we're playing now?
Sure.
Sure.
So in this
I'll-
next version, who will be playing, who will be doing the narration?
I will be doing the narration.
And Guy Fieri,
Me.
Brenda,
Brenda here.
Hi, Brenda.
T-Ray,
Me.
Ed,
Sup? Ed.
patrons 1, 3, and 5.
Right here.
Paula,
And-
change your name. We both
Oh,
can't be Guy.
Sorry, I don't want to confuse everyone.
You had your time. It's my turn now.
1, 3, and 5.
And I will be playing patrons 2 and 4. All right. Well, whenever you are ready, Jared, take us away.
Let's do this. Not a guy driving in his convertible.
Now I'm going to take it to a joint that was an airplane hangar in World War II. Then, of course, it evolved into a restaurant.
Guy looks at the camera, leans over the side of his convertible, and laughs.
Did I mention it's a Quasin-Hut?
Shot of Guy inside the restaurant talking to a patron and smiling.
Works for me.
Quasin-Huts were the big silver buildings the Army put up around the country during the 40s. Half a century later, in Springfield, Illinois, this one still stands.
Shot of a sign, Charlie Parker's Diner.
Charlie Parker's Diner. Did you buy the building?
Shot of restaurant orders being dished up.
Yes. My husband and I would come in here when it was a restaurant previously, and he said, you know, I think we can do better than this. And I said, you know, I think you're right.
Shot of owner grabbing orders from the kitchen saying, hash browns.
So when the restaurant came up for sale, Brenda and her husband made an offer. What experience did you have?
None.
And they made it work. Big plates, like the Reuben sandwich, homemade stuffed pork chops, overstuffed omelets, and a local favorite that a friend told me I just gotta try.
Guy sits with T-Ray at a table.
T-Ray, one of my fraternity brothers. And he said, you know what? On Triple D, you just gotta try the...
Horseshoe, 2 pieces of toast. The ham is cut in a horseshoe shape and then in cheese sauce. And then French fries are put on the top as the nails.
Shot of Brenda making the horseshoe.
Other folks will tell you first horseshoes were made with hamburgers, but these days they'll make them with just about anything.
Patron number 2 is served his horseshoe sandwich.
All right, it's the breakfast shoe. You got 2 pieces of toast and the scramble.
Look at that.
There's no reason that you should leave here hungry with something like that.
No siree. Half cheese, half gravy, and the American fries.
There you go. 1 breakfast shoe.
Guy lifts the plate, weighing it with his hands.
Just the food alone is 3 pounds.
I'm not going to have to eat anything the rest of the day.
It's not just the shoes that are big here. Get a load of these pancakes.
That's a big pancake.
Shot of big pancakes.
Yeah, it's a 16-inch pancake.
16 inches?
Guy talks to patron number 3, who has a plate of big pancakes in front of him.
Did you know what you were getting into?
I did not.
Guy takes one of patron's number 3 pancakes, which has a hole eaten out of it from the center, and holds it in front of his face, like a picture frame.
That'll make you proud.
Back in the kitchen,
How many ounces of batter do we put down for the Mondo cake?
About 18.
Guy poses next to a pancake again.
Which is bigger, the pancake or my hat?
Patron number 4 is eating his pancake like a pizza.
This is a lot of food.
In this big hut, a big place.
Guy sits with patron number 2.
You can eat that?
Oh, yeah.
The king of the hill is still the shoe.
Shot of the classic horseshoe.
Oh yeah, probably just cut it up and hope for the best.
I could eat this for breakfast, lunch, and supper.
Guy in the kitchen with Ed again.
I got a request, buddy. Let's make one of those big pancakes, add some ham and a burger patty. How exactly will we do this? Do you have a pizza peel?
Pizza peel.
Guy holds a pizza oven spatula under the pancake.
So hold it under so it don't stick.
Guy flips the pancake.
There you go. Very nice.
That's a lot of food.
Eggs. Scrambled?
How about scrambled? What do we serve this on?
We've got a pizza tray.
Guy touches the pancake that just came off the stovetop.
Yeah, that's hot.
Shot of meat being put on the pancake.
Now make a little meat pile right in the middle.
Guy covers half his meat-covered pancake in hollandaise sauce.
Oh my god.
Since this is more of the lunchy side, let's cover it in this.
Guy puts hollandaise sauce on the pancake.
What?
Oh,
This
oh, hot. I don't like to shake off any of the excess oil.
Guy adds hot sauce to the pancake.
Put a little bit on that on there. Beautiful.
There is somehow also fries on the pancake now.
Just go for it.
Guy brings the platter out to a plate of customers.
This is the whole horseshoe sandwich. Happy horseshoeing.
Shot of the disgusting platter.
This will cover your lunch.
I'll be eating this till lunch.
Shot of Guy returning to patron number 5's table.
It's been 2 hours. How's it going?
There is still a full plate of food. Patron number 5 shrugs. Guy hits him in the stomach and ruffles his shirt.
Come on, loosen that shirt up. Get in there, son.
Guy opens a newspaper for no reason.
Up next, a Cincinnati spot where chili is king. And they're definitely not what they're serving.
Shot of Guy talking to the chef.
Now all you gotta do is invite 15 of your friends over to eat it.
End of restaurant number 2.
Cool. We're gonna take a quick break here as we change costumes and names and things like that. Just to remind everyone that this is also a fundraiser. We're having a lot of fun, but it also is a fundraiser for.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Gosh, have you spent thousands of dollars on improv comedy classes?
I have
Shows.
thousands upon thousands of dollars, and guess what? I've made $20 of it back. So,
Yeah, so if you
you're
have a
lucky
couple bucks for the fundraiser, you can Venmo it over to @being-Earnest. And it is for the Chicago Food Bank. It is not going in our pockets, so don't worry.
yeah, and at the current moment, as I'm doing the math right now, I have to do a little bit of math. We've already raised just under $650
What?
right now,
Wow.
That's crazy.
which is really amazing. Thank you all. That's absurd. That we
We're
we're going to Alinea.
We're all gonna go to Alinea.
Yeah, no.
That's all.
You
Yeah.
get to go to Alinea. You get to go to Alinea. You get to go to Alinea.
100% of the donations are going to the Chicago Food Depository. It's a food bank here in Chicago. As we said at the top of this, more people are needing those kinds of resources right now. You can check them out. I think it's chicagofoodbank.org, if that's correct.
You know, if you Google it, you'll find it.
Yeah, they've got some really amazing COVID resources.
Mhm.
So really thank you for enabling us to help people in that way while we laugh a little bit.
They also give free food to Chicago young people all year long. They're really cool.
Oh.
That's amazing. They're an amazing organization. So if you haven't given yet, please give. If you're not in a position to give, we totally understand. We know it's kind of a hard time right now, and thank you for just tuning in. And hopefully, this is brightening your evening a little bit. I know I need to change my role. Has everyone else changed their roles?
Yep.
All right. I will do a quick little roll call as soon as I fix mine. All right. So who will be the narrator for this one?
That's me this time.
Cool. And who is our Guy Fieri?
Me.
Perfect. Patron number 1.
Hey.
Nick.
Me.
The server.
That will be me.
Patron number 2.
Oh, I'm patron number 2.
And I'm patron number 3.
My child and I.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh,
Weaving
so
a rich
small.
tapestry of
Yeah.
characters. Wonderful. All right. Well, whenever you are ready, Ryan, feel free to take it away, and we can take it home in the third act of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
They're twins
Big
now.
Bites.
All right, Guy is exiting his convertible.
Texas has its brisket. California has its tacos. Memphis has barbecue. New England has its chowder. What does Cincinnati has? It has Cincinnati style chili. Now, Cincinnatians go through more than 2 million pounds of chili per year, topped with over 850,000. No, 800.
You got it.
850,000. No, 8.
Yeah.
Yes, that was right.
That's it.
50,000 pounds of cheese. Now there's been a big debate. Who made it first and who make it the best? Now, everybody has their own opinion, but a lot of you wrote in and sent me to a place that I hadn't heard of. Blue Ash Chili, 15 miles north of Cincinnati. And my only question now is, can I have it 2-way, 4-way, 5-way, or at this joint, 6-way?
Shot of interior of restaurant. Nick puts chili on the counter.
Stacking chili on spaghetti is something folks grow up here.
Cheese and spaghetti.
You put the onions on there, it's a 4-way. You throw the beans on there, it's a 5-way.
So you go anywhere in Cincinnati, I'm getting spaghetti, I'm getting onions, I'm getting beans, I'm getting cheese.
Correct.
And here at Blue Ash, the chili hasn't changed, not since this joint opened in 1969.
The original chili recipe has been in my family for a long time.
And when Nick Enstro and his wife, Charlene, bought the place, they bought the recipe right along with it.
Interior. Guy is in the kitchen poking at a big metal pot.
I know when I see something like this, you're either feeding the troops or we are going to make a mess of chili.
Absolutely. Now we're going to start off with 100 pounds of beef.
100 pounds?
Correct.
Now you got to fill it up with water.
We're going to stir it to a slurry. And now we're going to add the salt and garlic powder.
How long is this going to cook?
This going to cook for 2 hours.
Never seen 100 pounds of meat boiled. This is like golden meat pie.
It is.
So now what goes in?
The onions and then the tomato paste.
This will put some nice color in this.
And some chili powder.
Black powder, cumin, cinnamon, salt.
Correct.
Well, you won't tell me portions
You've got that right.
or the last 2 ingredients.
Now all we got to do is stir that up. About a hour and a half. Then I'm going to open the lid and add in the story mix.
Now the story mix is water and cracker meal, and that's going to tighten the chili up.
Correct. Then we're going to let it simmer for another 45 minutes and then let it seep overnight.
Stays above 140 degrees, so it's safe. And it's going to stay there and meld all the ingredients.
Correct.
I hear there's a lot of turf wars here in Cincinnati. Where do you stand in it?
I think we've got the best chili in Cincinnati.
And
Why
Blue
would I
Ash
say anything else?
and Blue Ash takes it a little further.
Six-way, we top it with our beer bottle caps.
So these are fried jalapeno peppers?
Correct. So you're gonna start out with your spaghetti.
So now it's two-way.
Correct. Then you're gonna add your chili, your beans, and your beer battered jalapeno battle caps.
Guy takes a bite of the chili.
You know, you just went from ridiculous to crazy with that bite right there.
Guy takes another big bite of the chili.
The chili has this unique spice to it. The onions are nice and fresh. The pasta is cooked al dente, which I think is critical. Having the beans in there, you expect to see it in there, but the beans are a little more whole. And then you put a ridiculous amount of cheese in it.
Yes.
Guy takes another huge bite. The food is hanging out of his mouth.
That's a great way to do chili. I could eat that 6 or 7 times a week.
Spaghetti and chili. That's great.
A lot of cheese.
Guy back in the kitchen with Nick.
What else could you possibly do with chili?
We could also do a chili Philly,
Now you're trying to hurt me.
a regular Philly cheesesteak, and you load it up with chili.
And homemade roast beef.
Guy is in front of a lot of beef.
You take a top round.
You take some salt, crushed red peppers, onion, thyme, and we got the rosemary.
Mix it thoroughly.
Go ahead and pour that olive oil all over the top now.
Rub it up.
Gonna generously take our spice mixture here and rub it on both sides.
Wrapped up. And how long is it going to marinate?
Overnight.
Then sit for a little bit and then roast it for what?
And then we roast it at 475 for 4.5 hours, and then we let it sit for a little bit.
Look how thin that is. We're at medium there. Now we eat it up.
Take a nice bun, throw it on the grill, get a nice crisp up on there, put on some beef, season that meat off, saute some peppers and onions, saute some mushrooms with butter.
So it's a typical Philly cheesesteak.
Yep, we're gonna lay some cheese over it.
Whoa, I'm feeling that.
Yup,
Steam helps melt the cheese.
absolutely.
Now all you gotta do is invite 15 of your best friends to come over and help you eat that.
Take it off the grill.
Now the chili?
We're gonna label the chili over it.
This is wrong.
Guy lifts up the chili to see how much it weighs.
How much does it weigh? 3 pounds? Wow. Philly on its own is great. Nice toasted bun. Fillings are great. The chili, this is ridiculous. You're showing that chili can go on just about anything.
Shot of the chili being put on the counter.
Chili fries!
Guy sits with patron number 3.
It's a Philly with chili on it. Icing on the cake, outstanding.
This is my cousin G-Bomb. This guy can eat. Take his word for it.
It's the best. My kids
Guy stands with Nick and Charlene.
You guys keep knocking out the chili.
You got it.
Those two shake hands. That's the end of restaurant number 3. We see Guy cruising down a random American road in his convertible again.
So was that another righteous road trip or what? Don't you worry. We got plenty more joints to check out all over this country. I'll be looking for you next week on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Woo! We did it. We did it.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
Amazing.
That is so surreal. Like, it doesn't feel quite as insane when you're watching it.
I also love that he has like the same thing that he says over and over again. He's like, hey, call 15 of your friends. What is this, 3 pounds? Like,
Whoa.
he's got his standards. He's got his tried and true material. Good for him.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Just a quick update on the donations as I do some math. We are now up to just about $730. So thank you. You can continue to give. We'll probably actually do the donation over the weekend. So if you can't pay this second, or you don't want, or you need a minute, like feel free to send it in after this. We really appreciate it, and it's going 100% towards people who need it. So thank you again for coming out and watching this and giving. That really means a lot.
Josh saying weekend, like time exists anymore.
Yeah, what are days?
Yes, thank you all so much. We really appreciate it. We're gonna do this again soon. So if you want to see more, or if you have a suggestion of what show, please send them soon, because it takes me like 7 hours to transcribe this. So I need a warning. But follow us on at all platforms at Being Earnest. And
Being Earnest Pod. Being Earnest Pod.
Oh, sorry. At Being Earnest Pod. I should know that.
Yes.
And we'll be posting all of that information in the future. And truly send us your recommendations.
Yes, please. That would be great. If you like this, tell your friends about it, and we'll do it again. Everyone here, just as a reminder, these are incredibly talented friends of the pod.
We feel so lucky to have all of these people join us today. This was so fun.
Yeah, thank you all for coming.
Across the world, we're all clapping in our computers right now.
Yeah. Do we want to, let's just go around the circle real fast. And if you want to plug something, just remind everyone of your actual name as opposed to patron number 2 or server or whatever it might be.
My name is patron number 2 now.
Yeah. So, and if you want to plug something, let everyone know where they can find you, whether it's social or a show you're doing or whatever. Ryan, do you want to go?
Sure. I co-host the music video podcast with Chris. You can follow me on Twitter at Black Belt Jones. And when all of this is over, if you're in Chicago, come see me do improv with the Stacks at the Chicago Improv Den and IO.
Cool. Chris?
I have nothing else to plug except for the music video podcast. Follow us at Music Video Pod. Follow me at Chris J. Coffin, and you'll find all of the links to follow us at Music Video Pod.
Perfect. Jared?
Hey, Jared Bellot. You can follow me at Jared Doesn't Have IG. Where you will learn about my future podcast, which I will create one day. Also, buy tickets to Timeline Theater's production of Kill Move Paradise. It's virtual. You have like 3 days left to buy tickets. You can watch it virtually and enjoy it. And follow me for the future podcast.
Cool. Deanna?
My name is Deanna Ortiz. I'm on Instagram at Deanna Ortiz _. And I also have a podcast called Crushes, where we talk about everyday crushes and celebrity crushes. And that is at Crushes Podcast on Instagram and on Twitter.
Cool. And last but certainly not least, Sydnee.
I'm Sydnee. I have a podcast called The Unofficial Expert. It's on Forever Dog. And I do an Instagram live show on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's called Sid Can Cook, because I can't, but I have to prove to my friends that I can.
Nice.
Well, we hope that this helped your cooking skills just by inhabiting the...
Oh my God, I'm so
But
hungry.
not to cook.
I know, I'm so hungry. I ate dinner before this and all I want is a terrible sandwich.
That makes me more hungry. Like reading like them being like, we slapped some eggs on top of the chili, we threw that on top of bacon, we threw that on top of more bacon, and you're like, yeah.
Where's the hollandaise?
Yeah.
Cool.
I have one more thing to plug that's not mine, but if you like hearing Paula talk about trash food, you should follow her Lean Cuisine blog, Paula Eats
Yeah.
Lean Cuisine.
Oh, thank you.
It just, I have no affiliation to it other than just you being here with me, and it's my favorite thing to read, so maybe
Oh
you'll
my
like
gosh,
it too.
that warms my heart. Thank you. I do eat so much trash food.
Perfect. Well, thank you.
I have one more quick thing too.
Yeah.
I have a question for Deanna. Is Guy Fieri hot or just tall?
Okay. This is tough because Duff Goldman is hot, but Guy Fieri is just tall.
Okay, thank you.
And those are the rules.
Deanna is our foremost crushes expert. She made the call.
Thank you. Awesome.
Well, thank you all for spending your evening with us. We really appreciate it. And
Guy
until
Fieri,
next
if
week.
you're watching, you can play number 3 next time. I
Like
promise.
and subscribe.
Yes, like and subscribe on YouTube. We've got some episodes up here, some of our more recent episodes. Also, anywhere you find podcasts, you can find any of our podcasts. So smash that like button and take care of each other. Stay safe out there, and love you all, and see you next time.
Thanks for joining, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.